Hey, everybody, it's me, Jake, from Jakin.Off. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. This week, I'm joined by a very funny, very special guest. Give it up for Jeff Nelson, everybody.
Let Yo, what's up with your moms?
Yeah. On this episode, we talked about Mike Strypchyk, a.k.a. Planet Mike _ on Instagram. He's the guy who does the videos about how you should sit down on a bench and not look like a bitch, and how you should pull your phone out of your pocket like a real man and that kind of thing. And we learned a lot. We learned a lot about what being a real man is. We learned a lot about Mike. We learned a lot about ourselves. And I think all in all, if you listen to this with an open mind, you'll probably take a lot out of it. I think that if you're some sort of sheep or shill, you're probably not going to learn quite as much. But that's just me.
Jake off with us.
Yeah, come on, Jake off with us. You can follow Jeff at Jeff Nelson Comedy. There'll be a link in the description of this video or episode, and you can follow this podcast at Jakin.Off.Podcast. We post some stuff there, and you can also send anything that you think we should see. If you see something, you say, I think Jake and Jake Off Nation needs to see this. Yeah. Send it to Jakin.Off.Podcast at gmail.com. That's Jakin.Off.Podcast at gmail.com, and we'll look at it at least once. That's the Jakin.Off guarantee. So without further ado, everybody, thanks for tuning in to another episode, and have a good listen to the episode.
Oh, won't you take off with me? Oh, I know it's your fantasy. Oh, won't you take off with me? Yeah, we're taking off every week.
It is kind of like, who cares? You know what I mean? When am I gonna have to?
When are you gonna need the torque?
No. Yeah, exactly.
But, dude, to be fair, I think that we're closer to you needing that torque than we ever have been.
Holy shit.
As a society, I think that the days of the torque are coming, dude.
Yeah, someone's got to knock out these white supremacists, dude.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about, Jeff.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying? They're just masked losers.
When the Andrew Tate followers come for your baby girl, dude, you got to be able to defend her by torquing it up, dude.
Jesus Christ,
dude. Jeff, your vape just made a sound into the microphone. That was crazy.
What is? Are
Wait,
aliens
do it again.
coming
Hit the vape again by the mic.
Yeah, hold on.
Wow,
that is
dude,
good.
That
Sounds
can't be
like
right.
You're blowing a breathalyzer test.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe they're testing your breath to make sure you're not drunk, dude.
Or
the cops are gonna come and pull you over.
Make sure you're still addicted.
Yeah,
fucking relay the data, dude.
The sound, yeah, it's like ringing a bell when you feed a dog.
Is he still self-soothing?
Pavlov's Jeff, dude.
Yeah. What the fuck is with this aquarium screensaver thingy?
Oh, it's just the screensaver that's on my computer.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't know. Oh,
it's my background.
Right.
Yeah, we're connected. That's my second.
Oh,
mom.
so you have a monitor set up.
I'm gonna play you some clips here.
Every time I
bit.
come back, this is scaled.
Yeah,
up.
Yeah.
Like we started in a cavern,
dude. We hit we hit 0.5K. We hit 0.5K views.
What total?
We might be up more.
Just on one video.
Really?
Yeah, dude. We're getting the fucking scammy sponsorship offers, and things are going well over in Jakin.Off Nation, dude.
I love that.
It's not going too shabby. We just, I'll let you in on this. This is coming out a week after we release our second part of a 2-part series on libertarians.
Oh God.
We sat down with a friend of the pod, Carlos Chimone, and we talked about libertarianism, the state of libertarians, as it were, currently. And then Brett and I actually went to the 2025 Missouri Libertarian Party Convention in St. Joseph, Missouri at the Stony Creek Event Center. And
all
yeah,
the house
that was the
cats
last
in one place, dude. Fucking. Oh my
we
God.
were calling them Ben Franklin heads, dude. There's a lot of guys
so
with
fucking stupid,
Shrek
man.
head.
Shrek head, Ben Franklin head. Brett cleverly called one of them Tiger Woods because he was wearing a big red polo.
I don't
That, like,
mind
with that
society as long as I don't have to contribute to
Right,
it. You know?
right,
Like,
right.
As
right.
long as I don't have to.
The
fucking-
comical thing was when we showed up, they immediately exploited Brett's labor to force him to take pictures of their award ceremony. Because we showed up and this guy, like, right
that
inside the
infringes
door,
on your autonomy.
he
yeah.
pointed at Brett and he goes, "This guy's got a camera. This guy's got a camera."
Oh
bag."
my
We're
God.
Like, oh fuck. And but anyways, dude, that's all that to say. That this is the week after that episode. We just got finished recording that. It was a slog, and we were like, God, dude, like, because you know what I get tired of, dude.
Uh-huh.
What I get tired of doing this podcast is I'm sick of. I just hate the fact that we're in a place as a society where a podcast called Jakin.Off has to be the light.
The bastion
you know what I
of
mean?
truth. Yeah.
It's sad. It's pathetic.
Yeah.
I think that everybody is. I think it's a symptom of sort of a mass ailing. if you will.
That is like, yeah, we are in a disaster movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then someone's like,
Precisely.
I think we can get out and then you unearth it and
Yeah.
it's Jakin.Off on
Yeah.
the other side.
And
man.
nobody's going to listen. Nobody's going to take it seriously because the name is too funny. It's too funny of a name for a podcast. I look like a penis in the
I
artwork.
swear to God, if you have like,
I don't
There's,
think you
like,
look like a penis.
you
in
form
the
a fan base.
I am a penis in the artwork. You're right.
Jake heads or whatever.
The
or
Jake-Off Nation, dude.
Jake-Off Nation.
Jake-Off Nation.
Oh God.
The Jake-Offs.
Yeah. There are movements, right, where it starts
Yeah.
with something good or truthful, and then
Yeah.
it gets perverted along the way. And I think money will corrupt you.
But
and,
dude, I think that this podcast is this movement, if you will, it's a good experiment on what happens if you start perverted.
Oh.
What if you're already perverted when you start, dude? What if you're
Oh.
sick in the fucking head?
Yeah, that's true.
And you say, I want to go talk to the people who are obsessed with silver coins.
Oh boy.
I wanna go
Am I
talk
going to
to
be
the
a
people.
target
No.
for libertarians after
No,
this?
We're just
no,
paying
no,
you in
no.
silver for this episode.
Yeah, you'll
No,
just
I'm just
you're
saying,
just getting paid
I
in
don't
silver
wanna
coins.
be here for an hour uncontrollably saying that these guys are fucking assholes.
We
and
already
then I'll
did
be
that.
The,
We
okay,
already
you
did
did that.
We did that already. What at the point that
I
I'm
just
getting
don't
to?
want that smoke, man.
No, of course,
Yeah.
Jeff. I knew you wouldn't want that smoke.
Thank you.
And
I'm
so I would
old,
never
bro. I'm
give
an
you that
old,
smoke, dude. You
worn
vape.
down.
Why would I
vape.
give you smoke when you vape? Dude?
Thank you.
Doesn't
Give me
make
a
any
vape.
sense.
Thank you.
But dude, so today I was thinking, I was like, we need to take a step back. We need to focus on ourselves
Yeah.
a little bit. We need to learn about self-healing, and we need to talk about a guy who I've wanted to talk about on this podcast for a long time. Jeff, are you familiar with Mike Strypchyk?
No.
Have you ever heard of Mike Strypchyk? He's known on Instagram as Planet Mike _
Yeah.
and he's an entrepreneur. But more importantly, for our
course he is.
purposes today,
Yeah.
he's a body language expert, and he specifically is an expert in teaching you how to not do things like a little bitch.
Dude.
And so that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
Is Mike Strypchyk, aka
Entrepreneur,
Planet
man.
Planet Mike.
If a girl, yeah, if you're like first date, he's like, I'm an entrepreneur. It's like, dude, it's not going to be, I don't know.
So-
These are grifters.
I'm glad that you brought up the term grifter, Jeff.
Yeah.
Because there's so we'll take a
This
look.
guy's going to ask you for money.
This is Mike's LinkedIn profile.
Oh, whoa. Look at how
So-
his name is spelled, and look at his fucking face, dude. What a fucking tool.
He works for merchantautomation.com. So based on the research that I did, dude, I'm not going to subject you to the amount of stuff that I watch to learn about this guy because it's crazy. I watch like 2 hour-and-a-half long podcasts.
This guy only has 83 followers. You really...
Dude, he has a lot more on Instagram.
On Instagram, okay.
But he's a highway. He's a highly qualified technologist with 9 years of experience in diverse medical diagnostic imaging modalities. So from what I understand, my basic understanding of this guy is that he was like a X-ray technician that was into like weightlifting and bodybuilding, and he was like, you know what?
How do I combine?
I'm just gonna do the influencer thing and dipped out on that, but then now he'll be like, well, I mean, I used to do like radiological exams and stuff, and it's like, dude, that doesn't mean that you know that
but
much.
It's probably effective foreplay. Yeah, I'd guess. It's probably
dude, he's got all this stuff. I was checking out his LinkedIn page, and I did want to point out in his profile picture, you see this logo that says automation.
Yeah.
He works for merchant automation.
Yeah.
And then I was scrolling and I see his activity, and he liked this post that begins with "Why depression and feeling hopeless ...
Yeah.
And it's liked by him.
Is a waste of time, or what?
Dude, so it is a post by a company that has the
your
same
greatest
logo.
gift to level up.
The same logo as the thing on his page, but this one is it's literally called Cash Swipe. So it's like, that's gotta be a scam.
Yeah.
From what I understand, he owns
You
a bunch
can't
of
really swipe cash through it.
There's only one place you can swipe cash.
Oh, you're right. Absolutely. Yeah, but yeah.
I'm thinking of it as more of a Swiper the Fox, Dora the Explorer type situation.
We're gonna swipe your cash.
Yeah, we're gonna swipe your cash. Is how I'm taking it. Yeah. It's like literally like the equivalent of like calling a company cash thieves.
Yeah.
We're up front with the business model, so you know you're getting scammed.
Cash replacers. I don't know. Yeah. We replace it with nothing.
But I just thought it was so funny that this company called Cash Swipe is posting a thread on LinkedIn about why depression and feeling hopeless is your greatest gift to level up.
Yeah. I love this.
So this is sort of like an intro, but how I first found out about Mike, and how anybody out there listening to this podcast will recognize Mike, is from his videos on his Instagram page, specifically the ones about how to control your body.
Are we about to get motivated?
We're not about to get motivated. We're about to learn.
Educated?
We're about to get educated,
Okay.
dude. Yeah, we're about to get educated. So here it is. Here's a video of Mike. This is, I think, the first one I ever saw.
Brother, how's your pull-out game? And I'm talking about the cell phone. Kind of reach for your phone and then start checking it out. I mean, that's not a good look. You're crouching, your shoulders are up, you're making yourself look small. When you're pulling out your phone, make sure to stop looking down. Reach, and now make the phone serve you. If you start crouching, you're serving your phone. Make that thing serve you. That's gonna help your first impression.
Yeah.
He just throws the phone on the ground.
Dude, throws it and curb stomps a homeless person. Yeah.
For those of the people who are just listening, Jeff, describe what this guy looks like to people.
Well, he is like it's like it's the fashion of 2012, but like turned into Hulk, or you know what I'm saying? if like what David Banner is the fashion, and then he gets angry and turns into what this guy is dressed like.
You mean Bruce Banner?
Yeah,
not
Bruce Banner.
David
whatever.
Banner is a rapper.
Oh, David Banner's a rapper. Oh yeah, I
Sorry,
forgot.
dude. Jeff is just
Lick
like
that
no,
cum,
Jeff,
girl, or whatever the fuck that song is. Yeah. Work that cum. I don't remember. Bruce Banner. Yeah. If Bruce Banner was the fucking skinny jeans, this guy is Hulk
Yeah.
smash.
Yeah.
And I can just tell he doesn't have a dick right now.
Yeah, he's ripped. One of the things that I learned about him is that he's taking a lot of testosterone.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's getting the
TRT.
injects. Yeah, he's keeps saying that his testosterone levels are between 800 and 1200, whatever.
Dog,
which is like insanely high, probably.
I
like
really,
it's got to be so high.
I've seen
dude.
this, man. It's like people, entrepreneurs, right?
They're always entrepreneurs.
They always
dude.
are. They're on TRT, and then their posts are just like, "Why are you, someone who's not on TRT, acting like a little bitch today?"
Yes,
It's
dude,
like
yeah.
me on my phone. I'm just like, "Oh, I'm so tired," and he's just like, "Well, I'm not. I get shots every month. So what the fuck's wrong with you?" Like, it's so fucking whack, man.
Yeah, dude.
Just,
No,
I
that
want
is
a hero that's as tired and as fucked up as I am. I don't want this guy, this Barry Bonds with a fucking scam
yeah,
to tell me how to live my
Yeah,
life.
dude. One of the things that he talks about is he talks about like taking Cialis, like on the daily, like instead of taking it like
Dog,
he's
I've
taking
seen all this
Cialis
shit because
every single day, dude.
Yeah, I got listen,
Just
man. I
fucking
got
rock.
vanity issues. I try to like stay looking whatever the fuck, you know.
yeah.
Within my means, which
Yeah.
is really just skincare.
You're not
but-
popping Cialis.
No,
every day.
but I've seen that shit. They're like, "This is my routine," and then they'll be like, "Yeah, half a Cialis a day for the pumps." You know what I mean? And so they're working out with just these hard dicks, but you know what I'm saying? They're just bench pressing with the fucking largest erection. But that's why he's saying, right? Like
Yeah,
he's taking
dude.
it for
There's-
vasodilation.
There's seven reasons actually that he gives of why you should take Cialis.
Okay.
The number one is vascular function, right?
Yep.
It enhances blood flow. The anti-inflammatory properties may
Okay.
reduce systemic inflammation, may contribute to cellular health.
May. Yeah.
Hormonal balance can lower estrogen levels, improve tests to estrogen ratio. Cardiovascular health may assist in blood pressure regulation, supports overall cardiovascular function. And then the other three of them are psychological well-being, because this guy's like,
Well, yeah.
look, you're
It's a
gonna
placebo at the
you're
end of
gonna
the day.
psychologically hurt yourself if you can't get rock fucking hard.
That's
at
what
the
I'm
gym.
saying. And so, as someone in their 40s, it would be psychologically beneficial to know I could get hard at any fucking second. Like, I still can, but it's like,
Yeah.
it's just like, I don't know what the sports equivalent is, but it's like a player that you only bring in for special plays. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
my
yeah.
wiener.
The kicker. It's the kicker, dude.
It's, let me know when you need me,
Yeah,
you know.
your
Anyway,
wiener is the
I don't mean
Harrison
to be
Butker,
depressing,
dude.
But I'm just saying, this guy's trying to still feel like
Yeah.
college level horniness.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's just it's not natural.
But I think that what's even worse is there's one thing. It's one thing if you want to feel college level horniness.
Mm-hmm.
It's another thing completely to be telling other people that they should want to feel college level horniness too.
Yeah,
You know what I
no.
mean, dude? I'm like, we can't have a bunch of guys walking around society like him. Things will go to shit so quickly.
Yeah, we already have a large pocket. They're called men in their 20s, dude. You know, you don't need to stay that way. Like, fucking buy a couch, man. Play golf. Do something, man. You don't need to, figure out what wine tasting's all about. Don't go to fucking clubs. You know what I'm saying? This guy's dressed for sex. This guy's dressed for college sex in his 40s. It's not cool.
Is he
He
wearing
is,
hoochie
dude.
daddy shorts? What's his
No,
What's his
he's
fit check?
he's wearing.
No,
he's
it's like the
wearing,
skinniest of skinny jeans. Which
He's
is,
wearing skinny jeans.
I don't. If you wear skinny jeans, whatever. But this look is cartoonish.
white high tops,
Yeah.
and like a designer, some sort of like designer T-shirt, but not like a graphic T-shirt. Like
No,
like
it's
it looks
just
like
one
it's,
with a low collar, so we can get a little bit of this fucking clavicle
Yeah,
action, dude.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean? Can I admit one thing? When I was
Yeah.
watching this, I was like, "How am I sitting right now?" I really was.
You gotta make your phone your bitch. Like,
Well,
you gotta make
yeah,
your
my
couch your
phone's
bitch.
over here, so
well, dude.
that
Actually,
means if I get it, I will have to reach.
I
you
have
know?
another clip that will maybe help us with our our presence.
This guy dresses like I
especially-
did in my 3rd year in comedy, dude. It's not good. It's not good, dude.
Can you send me a picture of that?
Oh, dude, I wore some shit like this. I mean, not as bad, but I was like, dog. The girls got to see your dick, man. You're a rock star. Get up there. Fucking vaping.
Here's another clip of him talking about why your body language fucks up your social media content.
Body language that ruins your first impression on social media. What did I just do? Fidgeting, leaning forward, making yourself appear small. It's going to be perceived as less valuable. T-Rex hands needs to stop. Subconsciously, you telling your viewers that I'm not confident in my message delivery. Pay attention to the angle of your elbows. So the smaller the angle, the least credible you're going to be perceived. Hello, my name is Mike. Hello, my name is Mike. Do you see the difference?
We gotta start holding the mics. 10
Yeah,
feet away
man.
from our
I gotta
face.
fucking do what? It's either T-Rex arms or fucking, woke up in the middle of the night.
yeah,
Or
trying
yeah,
to find
man.
Your glasses on the
Right,
ground.
exactly. Or finding your glasses arms.
Doesn't Johnny Bravo do the monkey with me though? Like, it's
Yeah,
like,
and he is ripped, and he does probably get a lot of pussy.
whoa, mama.
I mean, there's a certain brand. I get. Yeah, I've seen this shit, man. You need to sub-communicate dominance in every situation, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude, you're just gonna have a whole bunch of men. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
it
dude.
doesn't. There's nothing interesting about.
We're gonna
that.
we're gonna dive a little deeper here in a minute. I've got a couple clips of him talking to this lady who we'll also briefly talk about. She's a whole nother thing. We might have to do a whole nother episode on this lady that I discovered through this guy. But
Oh, is she the female version of this? Because I've seen these reels, man. Is she also like, if you're gonna sit it on a chair,
I haven't. I couldn't go.
this is how you pick up your water.
I couldn't let myself get distracted by this lady and following the thread of her.
Oh, you knew you were gonna
because
lose
I was
some
like,
chunk of life.
yeah, I'm
that
gonna
you're
like.
not prepared to invest.
Well, I need to invest it later because I want to
No, I
talk
get it.
more about her because dude, one of the things that she says in this video where she's interviewing the guy, I don't have the clip, but she talks about people who wear Apple Watches, how it makes them like jumpy, or like it
Oh.
makes it like everybody who wears an Apple Watch is nervous. They all have oxidized, what do they call it? Oxidized stress.
well,
And
I mean, this thing does vibrate while I'm driving. I mean, it's just like your dad's mad. Fuck. All right.
she calls her grandma a prayer warrior at one point. She's like a white supremacist.
I mean, I'm
lady.
wearing an Apple Watch, but I don't pretend it's sexy or cool at all. To be fair to
Yeah.
this woman.
Yeah, but it doesn't also make you jumpy.
Well, it maybe not for the reasons that she fucking.
She thinks that there's like something in here, like
oh,
in the
that's
watch
messing with my
that's, like,
cellular or
fucking with
whatever.
your-
Yeah, my chakras.
with your energy, dude.
Yeah, I get it.
Because she's all about radiating. She's like,
Too bad I have
How
an
do you
amethyst
radiate?
up my ass to fucking to balance that out. So
Jeff's got fucking aligned.
you know what I'm
chakras.
saying?
Yeah, dude.
I fucking shoved a quartz in my pee hole, dude. I'm
yeah,
good.
you know all the right crystals,
I
dude.
do. I do.
Jeff knows all the right crystals and all the right holes to put them in.
Yeah. Jeff Nelson comedy. Hit me up for tips.
Dude. Hit him up for his tip,
You know what I'm saying?
for your tip.
Let's go.
Yeah, Jeff.
I want to
is-
learn more. Does this guy have?
Oh yeah, dude.
This
These are
fucking
just
outfit.
these are just
I
the clips
I
that
hate
I
to
got.
say I've worn something like this, but this is just a worse version.
Dude, he's just busting out of this shirt, and that's the thing.
do you
dude, is-
remember when this was like the look?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know.
Like
Pauly D.
dude, like
what are you talking?
2014, 2015.
It's like they mixed like rock and roll aesthetic with LinkedIn
Yeah.
or something.
They're like, what if we were all on the board of Facebook?
What if
What
we
if
were
we were
all
all-
post makeover Zuckerberg?
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Like, It's weird, yeah.
Brett, you don't want to be a fucking tech bro trying to
Yeah,
externally claim sexiness?
The thing is, I can't.
To outsource sex appeal?
Are they wearing weird gold? Is it modern Zuckerberg, like the gold
No.
chains, or are we talking like
No,
looking
dude.
Ed
But
Hardy
it's-
button ups or
it-
something like that?
It's fucking oh god.
It's hard to explain. It's like very
You'll know it when you
plain.
see it. Do you not have the monitor?
He doesn't have the monitor.
Oh
over
yeah,
there,
we
so.
keep you in your fucking place,
Yeah.
bro. Touch the fucking knobs and shut up. I don't even know why you have a microphone. Don't look at this. It's not for me to translate what you should already
But
know.
we have people listening who can't see it.
It's he's just dressed like a douchebag. I mean, I don't know any
Cool.
other way to put it. Like he's just dressed like a huge
It's
douchebag.
like the tight black jeans and Chelsea boots look that was very prominent in the mid 2010s.
yeah, like he's like
No socks, I'm assuming.
Well, no, you gotta have
Can't
socks.
tell. You can't tell.
But you can't tell.
Can't tell.
You gotta have socks.
Yeah, but I bet he's wearing socks, dude.
Yeah, let's
the little
not.
cuffies.
Let's not tear him down all the way.
Yeah, come on.
Let's,
we
he's
might
still
be
a
able to
human
save
being,
him,
man.
dude.
Yeah. He's,
Jesus, Brett, dude,
Yeah.
just touch the knobs.
good God, bro. You sick fuck. This is why you don't get to sit over here, man. You just say the worst, most hateful shit.
Okay, dude, this is him teaching you how to sit down on a bench.
Oh, I was wondering
Brother,
how
you have to be present with anything that you do. Simply taking a seat. If you're not paying attention, you start looking around and drop it. That's gonna take away from your first impression. Lowers your status. And people around you not gonna take you seriously. Move with purpose. So know already where you're gonna land, where you're gonna take a seat, and make it look effortless. Like an expert, not like a dog that's trying to take a dump. It's gonna look pathetic, so you choose what's gonna work best for you.
Yeah. So I can illustrate this, okay? When you
Yeah.
sit on a couch, dude, I know it's here. I'm not like turning around and like fucking the couch and priming it. Don't touch the couch after. Don't smell the couch. You know,
All
whatever.
things that are gonna make people around you take.
Well,
you less
yeah, man. They're
serious.
gonna be like, "Why is he?" You know. So anyway,
My favorite thing that he does in all of these videos is he starts by showing you a way that I've never seen
Yeah,
anyone
it-
sit down on a
it
bench
reminds you
before.
of the infomercial thing, like
Yeah.
tired of toilet paper and they pull on the roll and it just
Yeah.
fucking kills them or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah.
Just eats them alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exact. Yeah. No one. Huh? This is a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I hope
yeah.
no one. Anyway.
Yeah, and I also think that, and this is kind of what we're going to get into, is the sort of psychological deconstruction of this guy, because there's a few things going on here that I think are concerning for this
You
guy.
think this guy sat on a bench wrong in second grade and fucking got his ass kicked, dude? Is that what created this shit?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think that clearly there is he is neurotic, even if he may not appear it on the surface. Like, it is neurotic to be hyperfixated on the way you do every little movement, taking your phone out of your pocket, as we'll get into how you drink out of a bottle. Like that.
You should
kind
just
of
be a
thing.
theater teacher.
Yeah, dude. This guy, he
How
just
to
got,
shop at a record store.
he just
you know?
got bullied and never found out about improv comedy.
There's
You
an
know what I
outlet
mean?
for this. Dude.
Yeah, dude. If you care this much about space work, you could just
Yes, and life, dude. You're fine.
Yeah. So, and the other thing is that I think that he had something happen to him that upset him and or was like a bad thing in his life, and that this sort of obsession with like movement and body language and stuff is like what he fixated on as like the problem that caused what happened. So
Yeah. And I think a problem with his approach in life is like he will sit on a needle or something and not.
Yeah.
You should have been anxious.
Yeah, you should have looked at the
right,
seat.
yeah,
It's like, dude, I'm sorry. There is not a single public bench that I'm going to sit on without looking at the seat first.
Yeah.
I've sat
And
in
that's
enough
the
public-
trade-off you got to make. Everyone
Yeah.
around you will be like, "Who is this fucking bitch?"
Yeah. And you have to decide, do I care about looking like a bitch, or do I care about not having some vagrant's piss on my ass?
That's a good, yeah.
And
Audiences, leave your thoughts in the comments section.
what do you
What do you
Jakin.Off Nation, respond. Would you rather have somebody's piss on your ass, or would you rather look like a bitch?
I'll put a poll in. We'll use the poll feature. Of
Oh,
ours
yeah, dude, nice. Yeah, we'll use the poll feature.
For
Vote
what-
in the poll. The two options are piss on your ass or look like a bitch.
Yeah, piss pants or bitch face, dude. Bitch ass. All right, sorry to cut you off, man.
No,
We'll
it's
get to
okay.
the truth. Let's dive
Yeah.
into this fucking guy.
So before we dive more into Planet Mike, we have to talk about the channel a little bit that this comes from. These next couple clips come from. This is a YouTube channel by this lady. Her name is Rachel Varga, Varga, and her YouTube channel, it just is Rachel Varga, or it just says Rachel, and then it's got like all of her nursing degrees that she has, which I don't know if you know anything about nurses, Jeff, but
a little bit.
there's some of the most pilled people of all time.
Oh,
like,
really?
Oh yeah, dude. During COVID, like anti-vax, there's a lot of anti-vax nurses. Yeah, it's because what happens is that they don't actually, when you're a nurse, I'm not trying to like talk down on nurses either. It's a very difficult job. I could never do it.
couldn't do it.
The training to be a nurse is different than the training to be a doctor. To be a
Yeah.
doctor, you have to understand internal medicine science and like why you're giving a patient something because it does X, Y, Z.
No, I get it.
And a nurse
It's
just
like the
needs to
people
know.
who work at Valvoline to change your oil and the fucking people. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to be disrespectful either. But I'm just saying, like, there's being around something and then there's actually like knowing it.
The
You know what I'm
skills that it
saying?
takes to be a nurse are different. You need to know how to administer medication.
Yeah,
You don't
not
need to
why
know
we're
what
administering it.
medication and
Or
why.
the side effects.
You need to know
the
how.
reactions.
Oh, this is happening
I've seen
to
the
a patient.
Pit, dude.
Yeah.
Seen the, have you? Do you know what I'm talking
No,
about? It's
no.
it's basically a modern ER on HBO. But I mean, at least from that show, to save a patient, we gotta try this. This could lead to maybe 10 different outcomes. Depending on what happens, then we got to try that. I mean, it's problem solving on a massive, high stakes level.
And again, that's not to put down anything that nurses do, but it's just different training for like different jobs, right?
Yeah.
And so the result is that a lot of these nurses who become like pilled and stuff and become like anti-vax sort of activists, you could say, they because they're around medical science so much, they start to think that they know more about medical science than they actually do.
Yeah.
And
it's a little Dunning-Kruger.
The
effect.
Dunning-Kruger,
Yeah.
right? And so it's just one of these things, and this happens to doctors as well. This happens to really anybody, but this lady happens to be a nurse, and so I didn't want to breeze by it without mentioning how pilled some nurses are.
Okay.
But here's a little intro to her channel, and we'll just play this. This is like a minute and a half long.
Hey everyone, Rachel Varga here, registered nurse. Beauty is a feeling and a quiet confidence that comes from being perfectly aligned, body, mind, and spirit. Look no further, your beauty hero is here. I've devoted my life to developing myself, and my purpose now is to help develop you. I am an advocate for self-care and an expert in facial and body rejuvenation with over 15,000 procedures
Botox.
performed. Since 2011, I have received advanced and specialized training as a registered nurse in medical rejuvenation and cosmetic dermatology. Most importantly, I have
someone
witnessed
else,
through my thousands of clients over the years the incredible impact of living a life that is aligned, body, mind, and spirit. All of these pieces of the puzzle help to promote the highest level of beauty on the inside and out. This platform is designed to help share my holistic philosophies and practices to inspire and develop you. When you look good, you feel good, and when you feel good, you look good. I'm looking forward to the pleasure of being your guide along your lifelong journey of being beautiful on the inside and out. Let's get started.
All right. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's laying in a bath with a face
What a
mask.
face mask.
Rachel
Okay.
Varga, RN, spirit, mind, body, beauty.
Okay.
So yeah, this lady is a Botox. She just injects people with Botox. It is. And now she's like, now
I mean, is
she's
that
like,
basically? I mean,
dude, that's pretty much it. And then
That's
she goes.
funny.
Now she's like trying to do this YouTube channel, which like she has way more subscribers than us, but like there's a decent number of our videos that have more views than like her shit. And
sure.
just saying, fuck you. Just saying. Hey, Rachel, if you're listening to this, fuck off.
Oh.
No, but dude, she interviews Mike, and they talk about a lot of stuff, dude. They really get into like some psycho sort of like, dude. They at one point she's talking about how she was like a tomboy growing up because she was like raised around like families with a lot of boys, and like she like thought that if she could be tough it would scare away like all the bad men or whatever, like if she just acted tough, and now she's like learned that like being a proper lady is like actually like
You need
the
to
most
lean into your
important thing.
feminine.
Dude, it's very
You
like
know?
trad wife,
right.
like sort of discovery kind of shit that they talk about.
I've seen this shit too, man. Unfortunately, like my vanity issues is I've fallen into the trap of following like some wellness people on
Yeah.
Twitter, but then you get these suggested things that spring from that,
Yeah.
and like in the spirit of just like basically self-care from that, it gets so perverted.
Yeah,
And-
dude, it's just
and-
like
and
me.
It leads into,
it's like looking into a mirror.
yeah, exactly. So, but it does, it goes from like aloe vera is good for your skin to like, your feminine energy and blah, blah, blah. And really a woman's purpose should be.
It's
and
a
then just
pipeline.
all this yeah,
It's
exactly.
a pipeline, dude. It's and it's, a lot more intentional than I think a lot of people realize. If you go into these sort of like, or if you ever learn about like white supremacist, like actual like, full-throated like Nazi, like neo-Nazi spaces and stuff like that, they talk about like pilling people and like getting people roped in, and we talked about this before on this podcast, the idea of like a fellow traveler to your ideology. When you see people that are into a certain thing, and you can recognize once you start trying to like do this to people enough, you can recognize certain ideologies, certain aspects of people's personalities that will make them more prone to sort of expanding how extreme they are towards some of this stuff. Like for instance, like the extreme like sort of wellness, like hyper masculinity, hyper femininity kind of stuff. Like these sorts of things are like very useful to those kinds of people, because it creates this sort of it reinforces hierarchies, which like if you're like a racist,
sure,
that would be really helpful for you.
They're basically
like,
saying this is a system that I guess functioned at a time, or
traditions,
whatever.
traditional
right,
values.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
That's where the trad comes from.
This is when, I guess, society worked, or whatever.
Yes.
And
it
don't
has
you
to
wish
be
it worked for you?
ahistorical, right? Like they can't actually examine like any material history
Oh yeah.
of the past, because then
And
it would
he-
completely destroy their knowledge. In this interview, again, I don't have this clip, this lady Rachel talks about how during like all throughout history for women in North America is what she says, for North American women, which I think the North America specifically is like a weird way to put it. But she talks about how women in North America, it was like depicted as positive to be like strong and work hard like a man and da 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 da. And it's like not nearly as much as like, you know, there are like folk heroes that are women that like worked hard like a man or like whatever. But for the most part, it was like women are property.
Oh, well,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh, well, I have to sell my daughter to a good family.
Yeah.
So that they can, you know, like
You're
that
here
kind
to
of shit.
facilitate what I am doing, basically, or to aid in that. You know, as a man, you know, just help me out.
Yeah.
That's your only job.
And so it's like
help me help you.
Quite literally, they have to lie about that aspect of history, because if they were honest about it, then it would destroy everything that they're saying about like how these traditional values are better. Because despite what these people might think, most women don't want to go back to being considered property of men. You know,
dude, but I've seen like
the ones that do
those
are,
resurgences, though.
It's
like,
getting more popular, dude.
Yeah, man. Like
getting more popular.
Look at how, and it's usually, honestly, just people who've been hot their whole lives, and then who can easily fit into a system like that.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm taken care of, and all I have to do is just stay hot. And make pies. The trad wife
sort of resurgence is young people.
But and the thing is, if you want to be a trad wife, do your thing. But
sure.
I
think that they want to. I think that their ideology carries this sort of thing where they want that to be what everybody should
100%,
have to do,
yeah,
right?
That's where I'm like, this is fucking
that's
whack
the part
and
that
stupid
is
and obviously
fucked up.
Very you're turning a blind eye on the way life is for most people.
Yeah,
so,
there's this.
Oh yeah. I got paper towels.
There's a restaurant down by where my mom lives. She lives kind of in the middle of nowhere, Kansas.
Sure.
And there's a restaurant called the Dutch Country Cafe.
Okay.
And it's like a Mennonite or an Amish restaurant, one of the two. And recently, I went there for the first time with my mom, and she was like, I learned from your aunt that all of the girls who work here have to give their tips to their parents.
Okay.
They're not allowed to keep their tips or whatever. And I was like, oh, I'm not ever eating there again.
Yeah,
that's fucking this bastion of like oppression that still exists. And people think that it doesn't, right? Like they think that we've sort of transcended like misogyny and racism or like patriarchy.
No, it's just a whack-a-mole. You might have hit it here. It's going to find a way to sprout up over here.
Exactly. Yep. But this lady joined forces with Planet Mike, dude.
Okay.
And we got some clips to play.
Two great minds collide. Let's fucking check it out.
Two great minds collide. And we're going to learn a little bit about why Mike thinks the way that he does.
This is great.
You've heard me say that always being ready, always being resilient is a huge part of always being radiant. This is why I love that you have a combat background. And before recording, we had to do some setup stuff, and you remained cool, calm, collected. Tell us a little bit about adaptability and how some people, when they encounter a tricky situation where maybe just something didn't quite happen.
I should say those are allegations that I'm making. Mike has hit women.
Oh yeah. Just
right?
Inferences.
Right?
Yes.
That's how it works, right? If you say that they're allegations ahead of time, then you can't get in any trouble for it.
We are making up allegations with no proof, but just a gut feeling.
Just a gut feeling. I allege that this guy has totally hit some ladies. All right. Let's fucking hear.
Oh yeah, get this question.
Adaptability and how some people, when they encounter a tricky situation where maybe just something didn't quite happen right, how some people respond and maybe how they could respond better with their entire facial gestures, with their movements, and also with what they say?
That's a very good question. And to me, it comes from accepting my upbringing and what I've learned as a child, as a little boy, or you're a little girl. And it goes from the very beginning of our learned behaviors. So the gestures, the movement, how we react, we learned that from some. And we have an idea in us, what do I look like? What do I present? What do I radiate? But unless we see that on video, we will never know. So without an awareness and being able to accept the reflection
Comedy
in the
is
mirror,
called watching your
there's
sets.
Yeah, you got to record your
Gotta
set.
record your sets, man.
Yeah, you want to make sure you're doing it. But he's like recording
If you're
himself.
get off a bus, you gotta.
He's recording himself like shaking hands with
yeah,
people.
yeah, exactly.
He needs that Nathan Fielder money, you know.
Dude, yeah, he does. Like, he would be great. He would be a great person to have on, like,
Rehearsal season 3.
Yeah, rehearsal season 3. Like, getting this guy to like do, because he talks about it in another part, like how part of his problem was when he was growing up is that his dad was raised in a house of all women. And so even though his dad was like the successful business guy or whatever, he still like got out of the car like a bitch. or
Yeah.
whatever.
He put the fucking toilet
And
seat
so-
down.
And so he learned how to get out of a car from like a guy who's a total bitch. And
That must have been tough for him,
it's
man.
so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
When you watch
dude.
your dad just like,
yeah,
ugh,
he like
ugh.
he like sat down at a booth
This
wrong
is my
one
male
day.
role model.
He's hanging
Yeah.
out with his friends, and his dad show up, and he's like, sorry, my dad's such a bitch.
Yo,
Yeah,
dude.
that my dad always makes himself serve the phone.
Dude.
He's not making the phone
I bet
serve
my
him.
dad could beat up your dad. Yeah, probably. It's a fucking bitch.
But then in another part, he talks about how like another part of his problem is that his mom, like one time he was running around in the living room and he fell and like hurt himself and he wanted to cry really bad, but he was holding back his tears, and his mom told him that it was okay to cry. And so then he did cry, and he was like, only women want vulnerability. They say this to trick you.
Why is he Russian?
It's like, so he is Russian, dude.
Oh,
He is Russian. I'm doing the best version
Is
of
he
him that I
Russian?
can. Yeah, he's from Russia.
Oh, well, yeah.
And that's the other thing is like this lady keeps doing this like weird like she talks about North America and like this sort of like white supremacy stuff, and there are a couple times where even though he's a complete psycho and like he's not North American, like, and so she's talking about this sort of like Western
just- she doesn't
supremacy
know her
stuff,
audience.
and he's a fucking Russian
Yeah,
guy.
that's so funny.
And so it's sort of weird. It's sort of a weird combo. Like they make a weird sort of duo because despite the way that he comes off in his videos about body language, Mike is clearly trying to portray something a little more like introspective. He does a bad job at it because he's not actually doing any introspection. He's being like, it was because my dad was bitch that I am like this.
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, yeah.
He looked inside and figured out the problem was somewhere
that's
else.
some language barrier introspection, I think. I just, he might not know how to articulate it as well as do we get to watch the
Yeah.
oh, okay.
yeah,
I want to see.
we will never know. So without an awareness and being able to accept the reflection in the mirror, there's going to be no way to really change anything about ourselves. Because first of all, you have to first face yourself in a mirror and then decide, in a sense, do I even really need to face the mirror? Maybe I radiate and everything's totally fine around me. You know, I attract right tribe, right people. I make other people good in my macro social circle. So why change anything if everything's good? That the awareness comes from, hey, I'm not sure. Why do I attract XYZ people? why people treat me a certain way. I seem to say the right thing. I seem to do the right thing. Yet, the only thing, it's our perceptions of ourselves. So the best thing is observe ourselves from the third person. And the only way to do it is through recording ourselves on a video with everyday tasks. Have you seen yourself? How do you pick up like a teapot when you're making your tea? Have you seen yourself? How do you shake somebody's hand? The worst thing, have you seen yourself being maybe a little upset at something? What does your body talk? And it's not about what we say, but how we say it. And with women, especially us men perceiving women, I'm so in tune to the micro expressions of a woman. So it's not really about what she said, but how she said it.
Yeah, very, very date rape coded.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's not I mean, she said no, but her body language was like, I'm so in tune to the finer,
yeah, the micro expressions.
Her micro expressions were telling me yes.
She was running away from me, but her breasts were quivering. I don't, so
Allegedly.
Sorry. Allegedly.
That's what we're alleging.
Yeah.
Is
you
that-
chase women. You fucking micro expressionist looking ass motherfucker. Anyway, I don't know. Who has time for that? Like,
dude, it is a really
Nathan Fielder.
Yeah, but it is seriously like not healthy to be sort of assessing every little tiny detail of what you do. Who cares how you pick up the teapot, bro? You're at home at your house. Like,
how many things do I have to master before I can go out into the world, bro?
Dude, it's like, unless you're throwing out your back every time you pick up your teapot, it's fine. You don't need to like pick up your teapot a different way. It doesn't actually matter. And if there's somebody else who's reading this much into like everything that you're doing, it's actually them that has a problem and not you.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'll say this.
It's like, take a load off, dude. You are fucking really stressing yourself out.
My trainer, Dina Davis, put up a clip of me playing pickleball a couple weeks ago.
Oh, wow, dude.
And when I was moving from like the back of the court moving up, it looked like a little golem kind of thing. I lumbered and it didn't look good. And so, but I think so I don't know.
I
there
mean,
was part of me that was like, ugh.
There's a difference.
I'm not gonna. I have no time. In what fucking economy? I don't have time.
The tariffs are hitting body language too, dude. We don't have time to worry about our body language because the cost of goods is so high.
Well, this is like
we have to work more.
And I think both these people have been. I can't speak for dude. He looks attractive enough, but
yeah,
it's just when you have. I don't know. There's a privilege here.
Yes,
to have the room and space.
Yeah.
Like and plus, what did people do before camera phones to make their body language better? I mean, I don't fucking anyway. It's not feasible.
It's not feasible.
It's very and it's
kind
neurotic.
of it's a waste of time. I think, like, broadly speaking, like I said, unless you're like hurting yourself, unless something like the way you're sitting at work is like fucking up your neck or something, then maybe you look into posture and figuring out like, oh, I need to sit with my shoulders back more or something. But like, you shouldn't be taking videos of yourself like doing the dishes or something like that.
You're reverse engineering.
Well, if you're doing the dishes, you're looking like a bitch either way, right? Like,
oh my God,
that's
this
a good
guy.
point, Brett.
Thank God he's on the other side of the camera, dude. Thank fucking God.
Just
this guy,
more hateful shit from Brett, dude.
The voice of
misogynist,
you have the God voice,
hateful.
Just if you're doing the dishes, you fucking bitch. I do the dishes.
I do the dishes too. I'm just saying.
Wow, dude.
No, man. Brett, man.
You've really outed yourself this episode.
I swore I wasn't going to vape for the rest of this episode.
Oh, dude.
Sounds like a little harmonica.
Why does the vape beep, dude?
I
It's
know.
to
I don't
keep you-
understand
it's to keep you sucking on it, dude.
the high frequency dog whistle feature of
You,
this thing.
you need the beep just as much
I
as you need
fucking
the vape,
and
dude.
dogs go ape shit, dude. Someone tell him to shut the fuck up.
So this next clip is from the same podcast, and this is where Mike talks a little bit more about his personal life.
Can we turn on the fucking ceiling fan, Brett? It's hotter than the goddamn fucking. It's hotter than the nation in here. Yeah, I'm burning up.
I'm a little hot.
Okay.
I just assume that you made it this way because you're just so spiteful.
Plus, your
and hateful,
equipment
dude.
is gonna overheat. Fucking
Your-
turn on the
yeah, Brett,
goddamn
your
fan.
Brett,
Turn
your
the
equipment's
fucking
gonna
AC.
overheat.
I will give you $2 to cover the next half hour, bro. Just fucking do it. I swear to God, Brett.
dude. But this clip,
I'm so sorry, dude.
it's okay now, dude. He needs it sometimes.
I cut you off though, but
No, you're
it's
good.
been stewing inside of me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch this tape and see how I asked you to turn it on.
Yeah,
and judge
check your body
myself.
language.
Yeah.
Make sure that it wasn't too.
I was slouching.
You weren't too much of a bitch about it.
All right, I'm so sorry, Jake.
No, but he's going to talk about what maybe happened that caused him to focus on the way that he does all this
How
stuff.
to micromanage
Yeah.
his fucking how to take
Movements.
his dick out of his pants,
Yeah,
dude.
to
This is
take
how
his
you
dick out
piss,
of his
dude.
pants.
The dick serves you. The
Yeah.
don't aim, you fucking loser.
That's in
Just
the-
take it out.
That's on. You can find that on Mike Strypchyk's Pornhub channel.
Yeah, hell yeah.
How to take your dick out of your pants.
How to masturbate,
Allegedly.
dude.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
How do you masturbate without looking like a bitch?
That's what I'm saying. The cum is serving you. When it
He's like-
splashes on your stomach, act like you meant for that to
Make
happen,
the dick
dude.
serve you.
Yes.
Make dick and cum and balls serve you. Don't serve cum and dick and balls.
Yeah, you're not Yeah. Sorry.
You want to do? You want to
Well,
do?
I would just say you're not rubbing your dick. Your dick is rubbing you, or I don't know.
It's almost similar to Yakov Smirnov.
in Soviet Russia.
In Soviet Russia, phone serve you.
You know, you're not wrong.
He's just doing Yakov Smirnov, dude. Yakov Smirnov is this guy's dad. That's why he's like, I grew up seeing my father look like bitch. He paint 9/11 memorial like bitch. He live in Branson, Missouri like bitch. But here he is, dude. That's actually not why. It's because he got his wife left him.
Oh, well, that'll.
Can I ask you to turn off the coach right now and expert? And
Yes.
let's talk about interaction
This
with,
is Brett texts
just
me
you
in the
being
middle of this
yourself.
video. It
in,
pops up.
So, like, you mentioned that, empathy and, you're trying to be more empathetic and warm. And is that to women or men or both? Like, that empathy directed to who?
You got something you want to
When
say,
you-
Josh?
Well,
No
Another coach.
empathy. Does it
It's to
apply to
both.
reptiles or just fucking warm-blooded creatures? Or what do you do? I mean, do you stomp on a mouse or I don't, what the fuck is that? Empathy's I mean, you're just supposed to
Yeah.
have it. You
Yeah.
fucking oh my
He's
god,
a meathead,
bro.
dude. He doesn't understand.
So when you treat person and understand what they're going through, is that just women or oh my god? Oh Jesus.
There's also the flip side here that because a
Should I
lot
do
of
a second
listeners
take?
here are what I would consider intuitive empaths. I am as well. There's also like this awareness that quality is, I think, a very special quality.
Okay, so what is intuitive empath to you? Like, can you describe
Holy
it? Like,
fucking
what,
shit.
She's an
It means-
What type
intuitive.
of quality? What
when
do you
someone
notice?
else is in pain, you feel
what is
that pain.
Very sensitive to the environment.
Thank you.
Can
Environment
pick up the
of,
vibe of a room.
okay, so what is vibe of the room?
Oh,
And I'm leading into that rabbit hole. It's the way people move. It's the micro expression. It's basically it's the movement. So the vibe, energy, and I used to break my head before, and I was married before. I was divorced. I've had.
Did you see his change in body language, dude? When he starts talking about his divorce,
having to tackle like real thoughts, real feelings,
dude.
real vulnerability,
energy. And I used to break my head before, and
he's so nervous.
Oh yeah,
we
you're
hit
right.
the freeze frame, dude. He's so fucking
he's about
nervous.
he's inhaling.
Oh
and
my
he's like,
god,
this
dude!
is-
I gotta take a screenshot of this so that Brett can put it on the actual.
And she's like bracing for a man that doesn't know how to like.
No, because you got to stop it at this perfect spot, dude. And trust me, it's gonna be worth it. Brett.
It's interesting. Yeah, she has her empathy activated.
Yeah, she's actively empathizing.
And I do believe that she probably is an empath, but there's also the other side. It's a very self-serving kind of thing she's about.
Yeah,
right.
right.
I'm sure she's. Yeah, I mean, the way she described empathy is what it is. But.
Sure, she might know what it is, but I doubt that she actually is empathetic.
Well, there's a weird
based
thing.
on the rest of this podcast that I listen to.
Oh, really?
I think that she's kind of like a bad person.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
okay,
she's like a pretty.
I mean,
bad
I've
person.
seen.
Oh, you think these people are bad people?
Yeah,
I've seen performative empathy in like yoga classes, and I get it. And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
kind of what I'm. Yeah.
yeah.
all right.
No, she's more of a like Christian nationalist.
Hey.
And she's like, yeah, she talked about going to like a Catholic school and how, or like a religious school, and how even when she was at a young age, she recognized that it was important for her to stay there because the families that could go to this school were like better kind of shit. Like she talks
AKA
about that,
white.
like because they have religion and that kind of shit.
I get it. Yeah.
She's a little
Why expose
trad,
yourselves
dude.
to
Yeah,
different
black person.
perspectives? Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's where I was. That's so funny.
Why would you expose yourself to a black person?
Yeah.
When you can,
just like everything I was gonna say was like,
Yeah.
well, just I mean like a black person. Just
yeah,
this long runway to
yeah, she's
minority.
yeah, she's crazy, man. She's a weird lady.
All right, let's go.
Break my head before, and I was married before. I was divorced. I've had issues, a lot of issues with dating life, and that all came from experiences. And I think the way I handled and I responded was the movement, was my actions, my awareness, my assertiveness. So it all mattered. So to me, that energy part, and I was like, man, so that the masculine energy, okay, the warrior, okay, the sexual energy, then the feminine energy. And like how can I embody it? Like, what is that energy?
Dude.
Yeah. So yeah,
I think it's clear that Mike got cheated on by his wife, allegedly. What I'm alleging is that his wife cheated on him, and she was probably like, look, like this other guy, he just embodies masculinity
oh my god,
more than you do, and you're kind of a little bitch.
yeah.
And the way that you do everything disgusts me.
I mean, it sounds
And
like
that's why I'm leaving you.
and I have friends that are men, and
Yeah.
sometimes
You have friends that are men.
I do. Sometimes
I have male friends.
I mean, a man in a breakup sometimes is just like because sometimes we're searching like, how could this happen? This could never happen again. Like that,
Yeah.
a lot of men have had that thought
Yeah.
and it's just like the male ego gets bruised and you just cannot. I've had dude friends that just can't reconcile. It's
They
like
can't
she
pull out,
just
dude.
doesn't want to be with you,
Yeah.
and it sucks. But
Yeah.
that's
And they make it about something else.
they
It's
make
like
it about something else, and they do like research and
Yeah.
I can't even. I don't want to spill any, but yeah, if you ever had a friend who's just like, have you ever heard of Jordan Peterson? You just know he's
his wife has left him.
Yes, that's yes.
His wife has left him.
And that's the kind of shit that guys like this like feed off of, though. It's like
Oh, yeah,
totally
dude.
the wrong message. It's not like looking at the situation, how do I show up as a partner, but how do I embody something that that has no structural vulnerabilities?
Can't be hurt, dude.
Can't be hurt.
Can't
you know
be
what I'm
hurt if
saying?
you're a real man.
Yeah, exactly.
If you know how to stand up and sit down with authority, with assertive authority,
you will never be vulnerable
then
again.
no one will ever
no one
hurt
can
you.
hurt you.
And
Yeah.
dude, you know the sad thing is that he peddles this stuff to people, but you know what the truth is?
What?
You can still be hurt.
Anyone
you can
be
still
hurt.
be hurt, dude. You can still be hurt. And that's what's so sad about this stuff, I think, is like
I agree.
It's like, dude, you know, they're being they're sort of promoting this idea that if you go through, and that's the same with like all of these masculinity sort of influencers, right? Is like if you take these steps to like, you know, fucking learn the psychology of women and like move, you know, sit in your fucking chair right and all this shit, it'll make you immune to heartbreak or whatever, I think is more or less like what it is. And that's not true. That's not true. Mike clearly is somebody who's been broken.
Yeah,
and still could
decided-
easily be broken.
Well, yeah, it can't be broken again. And the point of life, let's get salient here.
Yeah.
Okay, for my men. All right,
Yeah,
for all the
fellas.
males, I know you.
Fellas.
I know Jake Nation, Jakin.Off.
Jakin.Off Nation,
Jakin.Off
thank
Nation
you.
has a lot of disillusioned young men out there.
And some disillusioned young women, too.
Okay, but the point of life is, you know, you can't shield yourself from this stuff. You just got to find meaning in it and see what you can do with it and how to grow from it. But growth is not like putting up these defense mechanisms and these fortifications to. I don't know, man. I've had my heart broken so many fucking times.
Sometimes
man.
it's about the hurt.
Unfortunately,
Sometimes life
it can be
is
like
about
that.
the pain.
But that's supposed to grow you as a person
Yeah.
and your scale for empathy and understanding. It's
Yeah.
not just like
Not
demonizing.
supposed to shut down.
Yeah, and not treating women
Guys,
like these
fellas.
like two-dimensional creatures.
Yeah.
That there's these systems of triggers and
Yeah.
and buttons to push that'll just get a
Yeah.
woman to you know, do what you want.
Yes.
I mean,
start treating them like the double D. The double D dimension creatures.
the double
they
D,
are.
yeah, not two-dimensional, double
Yeah,
dimensional.
I like a more C dimensional.
You know,
at least
oh,
a
yeah,
C dimensional.
Sure.
No,
I
but
don't want
Jeff,
to forget my A dimensionals or
yeah,
B dimensionals. You know,
A
we got.
dimensionals, B dimensionals. Shout out, shout out to them.
we just like we're devolving into men.
Yeah,
while
yeah.
talking
I
about
watched too
men.
much Mike Strypchyk, dude.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking at everybody's titties.
I don't have the answers, but every time I've been hurt, I really try to introspect.
Yeah, you got to
and
look inside.
And there are problems. It's a two-way street. You got broken up with. Maybe there was some wrong with the relationship
Yeah.
itself that couldn't sustain.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Maybe it was you.
I know, right?
Maybe it was
could have
you.
been you. It's been many breakups where
Yeah.
it was
Maybe-
totally me.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not because all women are a certain way, but maybe it's because you specifically are a certain way.
Yo.
And
There we go. You just
you know?
distilled it all right there. All that bullshit I was trying
Yeah.
to say, it just
and
it came
turn
out in
off,
a nice little package.
Turn off the Mike Strypchyk. Turn off the Jordan Peterson, guys. They're not going to help you. They're just gonna.
They're gonna make money off of you.
They're gonna make money off of you, and they're also.
And
going
that's
to,
bitch.
Yeah, that is actually bitch. Truly, getting grifted on by like one of these people is actually bitch. It's the biggest.
It's way more bitch than sitting on a bench.
Sitting on a bench and making sure that there's no piss on it first.
Yeah.
That's less bitch than getting totally taken for everything that you
Grifted
have.
by a guy on TRT.
Yeah, a guy on fucking testosterone that runs a business called Cash Swipe. you guys got fooled.
Yeah.
You guys got
absolutely.
fooled. They're probably not even listening to this. I feel like if you're listening to this podcast, you probably knew all this stuff that we're saying already.
And your testosterone probably comes from natural sources.
Yeah, you're probably teed up just from life.
Yeah, man. And
Teed
from
up?
Fucking,
Or
pomegranate.
eat up, dude. Maybe you're on estrogen. That's fine too.
Whatever.
Yeah, we're cool with anything. We're cool with
Cool with
anything.
all the hormones here at
Yeah,
Jakin.Off, dude.
honestly, we're starting. We're gonna be giving free hormone replacement once this podcast gets big enough. We're gonna open a clinic.
Dude,
The
I want you to
Jakin.Off
get that
clinic.
progesterone sponsorship, bro. I think you're on your way.
Progesterone. Yeah, this podcast is brought to you by creatine.
Yeah, dog.
Creatine powder.
That's what I'm saying.
Get your fuck up your liver.
Yeah, your
Get
kidneys.
your liver fucked up.
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
kidneys.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. It's your kidneys.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's your kidneys.
Excuse me. Both.
See, I
both
know
vital.
this shit
Both
because
vital.
I'm on the fringes, man. I'm like,
about to
I'm
get
like,
sucked in,
well,
dude.
no, I'm just on the rational human being,
Yeah.
you know. But then I can see over the fence,
Yep.
you know, and a
You're
lot
like
of this.
Wilson, the neighbor Wilson,
Yeah,
right?
but it starts with like diet
peeking over the
right?
fence, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It starts with like, oh, fasting's good for blah 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 or
Yeah.
whatever, and then it just turns into this other shit. Like, you know, don't let someone.
I feel like you see a lot more of it in Denver than it is out here in Kansas City. To be
Well, there's a
honest.
toxic wellness thing where it's like I'm all about vibrations and blah blah blah, but then there also becomes this thing like, well, I don't want to deal with that. That's, you know, your energy is just, you know what I'm saying? There's no
Yeah,
like
dude.
real empathy or resilience there. It's just like creating this space where it's a very fragile space to me, because if you throw these people into real stress, real situations, they're going to fucking fold, or they're just going to act in denial and just be like, the vibes will take care of it, which
Yeah.
is a luxury that most of us cannot afford.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's,
Yeah.
you know, the main issue I have with it's like, I don't want to hear this shit from someone who's gorgeous and lives on a fucking beach, dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
it doesn't work for me.
Yeah. Grow up.
Grow up, dude.
Grow the fuck
Take
up.
a walk on Independence Avenue
Yeah,
and
go
fucking
down
talk to me.
Go walk down Independence Avenue and then come talk to Jeff. That's so funny. I did want to round it out with three more short mic clips of him teaching you how to do stuff.
Okay, yeah, we'll try. We'll burn through the clip.
And then I thought maybe we could, you know, maybe there's something that we can glean here now that we know that he's just like hurt, you know, that he's just hurting. Maybe,
Yeah, I mean-
maybe we can use his clips to actually help him, dude. You know?
Yeah, and it's also, it's not about conjuring confidence within yourself. It's just about
Yeah.
appearing confident in every
Yeah.
single fucking thing you do. So yeah. Anyway.
You handle your mistakes. And if you're fidgeting, if you're using adapters, fast movements, it's gonna take away from your first impression. I forgot my keys. Oh. If you forgot the keys, don't overreact. Complete the movement. Come to stop, turn around. The priority here, not to coming over and groping over the keys. And the worst thing you can do is just look around like a scared little animal.
Why is he?
Do you see the difference?
Oh
See,
man.
dude,
Okay.
maybe if Mike would have, you know, when his wife came to him and was like, "Mike, things aren't working out. I think we should get a divorce." Maybe if he would have treated his mistakes in his relationship like he treated leaving those keys behind and calmly turned back and addressed them, then maybe his wife wouldn't have left him, dude.
Does he
You know
have
what I
a
mean?
video on how to handle divorce?
No, he doesn't,
okay.
dude, because he's too busy focused on this shit instead of listening to his wife.
Yeah, no, he is very much missing the picture. She's probably just like, you know, she's like, I know why you're sitting like that. Just fucking listen to me. That's not, oh my God, you know.
Yeah.
You're not hearing me. Holy fucking shit.
She's like, we never go out anymore.
Yo.
I don't care how you sit at the table.
Yeah,
You
exact-
just don't pay attention to me.
Dude, yeah. You don't ask about me. You don't check in with me. You don't do anything. Yeah.
She says it is not because how I sit and seat, but yet every time she yells at me, I'm sitting in seat.
It's and I could tell by her micro expressions that yeah.
Yep, dude. Here's another one. This is my favorite one. This is where he talks about how you should open a bottle.
Oh, it's not how to read whatever's on the Snapple cap.
No,
You're not surprised by this fact.
I've heard that allegedly he can't read. Allegedly.
Okay.
And that I am alleging that he can't read.
Oh, yeah. We are making serious allegations.
Allegedly, according to me, he can't read.
Yeah.
About what does your body actually translate into the world with day-to-day actions that you take as simple as taking a drink from the protein shake bottle. Well, what comes to my mind that most people do, they grab the cap, lean forward, they twist, they take a drink. So whole kinetic makes them appear like serving this bottle. So if you're a man, stop doing that. Grab and then twist the bottle. Take it away from your body. Bring it
twist
to
the
your
bottle,
body.
not the cap,
To know,
dude.
never follow. Drink with your head.
I commented on this video and I said, ever since I started opening bottles like this, my girlfriend won't stop having sex with me.
Oh, they notice, bro.
Yeah.
They notice.
He responds to a lot of comments online.
She's just way more
so I'm
passionate.
hoping that he responds to me. But
That's so funny. Does he know he's funny or...
No, he takes this really seriously, dude. Yeah, this is like...
Because when he threw the cell phone, I was like, oh, that's kind of funny.
I think that there is like... I think if you asked him, he'd be like, oh, of course it's funny, like da-da-da-da-da. But I don't think he actually understands what is funny about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that he gets that it's like an ogling sort of thing where we're like looking at him and being like, this is
depressing.
Yeah, this is like a
broken
manifestation
man.
of like
Yeah.
some
seriously
deeply-seated
fractured
mental illness.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, no, love that. I might start doing that with bottles. We'll see.
Yeah, my girlfriend hasn't stopped fucking me since I did it.
Holy
so.
shit.
I will say that I have been just getting absolutely fucked.
Oh my god.
Ever since I started opening bottles like that. But here's our last one, dude. I can't quite remember what this one is. How to sit at a booth. I always look like a bitch when I sit down at a booth. There's no even voiceover to this. He just sits down at a booth 2 different ways. One of them looks more
no text
insane.
on the screen.
There's just a black X or a red X and a green check.
The thing is,
for right and wrong.
I noticed he doesn't change. He doesn't looking down is bitch. Like you got to keep your head. Like I wish this dude was around in the 90s. It's like how to look for something in the phone book, you know, because that's always a friend. Like
you have to raise the phone book to your
you
face.
always look kind of bitch when you do that.
You have to hold the phone book like this.
Yeah.
The 8-pound phone book.
Yeah.
How to open CDs,
dude. It is like. It is one of those things where
squirrely.
Anytime I sit down at a booth, I do feel like I look like a bitch. Like you're trying to scoot in there, maybe like it's the material.
I stopped
like
doing booths because like I can't, I won't. How to say you need to piss when you're sitting in the inside of a booth?
Yeah,
dude,
yeah,
like,
yeah. No,
I
that's
can't
fair.
do it. I won't do it. How do you? Does he have anything on? Fucking vaping, dude.
No, he doesn't. He probably thinks that you shouldn't vape.
It's gonna nuke your T and your thyroid.
It's gonna lower your T. You're not gonna have as high of a cum count. Your cum count's gonna be low, dude.
Not even sperm count. The cum
count. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your ounces are gonna be off, dude.
I jerked off the other week, and. And I did have a little bit of like, where's the rest? Like, sort of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, like
where did all
the
my
tariffs
cum go?
are fucking up my shit.
Yeah,
dude.
The tariffs are hitting everything,
dude.
Cum.
Yeah.
Shit, piss, porn.
Yeah, it's tough out here, man.
Yeah.
Trump sucks.
Yeah,
he's
you know
fucking
what?
up my.
Trump sucks, and. We want our country back.
Yeah, dude.
We want our fucking country back.
We want a country back.
Yeah,
Yo,
country.
Brett, I'm so glad we haven't turned off your mic yet because that was tight.
You got any final thoughts on Mike Strypchyk here, Jeff?
I mean, we pretty much said it. Very sad, and I mean, I
Pathetic.
don't know. You just like this guy's gonna be in a wheelchair, just like sitting up very straight,
Rock
like,
hard.
Yeah, and
Because
rock
of all
hard.
the Cialis.
Yeah, man, this dude to the death is just
Yeah.
gonna be in complete denial of the fact that he can't acknowledge.
His wife left him because his dad was raised by women. That's like his fucking logic.
Yeah, and your dad
It's
probably
like-
stayed married. It sounds like he stayed
Yeah, he did.
married. Oh my God. He was around women and learned how to cohabitate with women without thinking about domination.
Yeah.
It all, oh my God. So,
Yep.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, dudes. Like, fucking journal first and then, record yourself after, I would say.
Record yourself.
Like, yeah, picking up I don't know. Do you even think he's like how to pick up trash from the street? He's like, you don't even do that shit. You just kick it or something. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't have any altruistic.
No, he would never
videos.
pick up trash from the street, dude.
Picking
No.
up trash
He
makes you
wouldn't
look
do
like
that.
a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's right. You're right.
Why would I pick up other man's trash when I have father who was raised by women and now my wife has left me?
Oh my God. I'm just saying, just like, read and
Dude,
think.
Get outside. Go for a walk.
Yeah, go for a walk, man.
Get a CPAP machine. It's done.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
done wonders for me.
Oh, do you have one?
Yeah, I'm papped.
Does it help?
Yeah.
Because I have
You snore-
apnea like a motherfucker.
Oh, dude, you should get one. Yeah.
Really?
Yes, sleeping
Are you
is
in a
like
better
Up,
mood?
dog.
yeah, dude, sleeping
'Cause you
is like the
sleep.
best thing that you can do for
No,
your
I
body.
know.
Yeah, you should get one. Get a sleep study.
It just immediately.
Not immediately, like you have to adjust.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm feeling good.
Damn. All right. Well, if there's nothing else to take away
Yeah,
from this,
turn off Mike Strypchyk and get a CPAP.
get a sleep study. Yeah.
Get a sleep study, get a CPAP. Jeff, where can people find you?
Jeff
on
Nelson
social
Comedy,
media?
and you can also find me fucking just looking like a bitch in this real world, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Going back for your keys.
yeah, man. I mean, I
sudden
do
movements, a
everything.
meerkat.
I do everything with anxiety. I've
Yeah.
still managed to
It's your Apple
fucking-
Watch, dude.
to get these, I've had sex with these hoes, bro. All right. Even as an anxious man. And if I can do it,
You can do it.
If I can do it with these T-Rex fucking arms, you can do it. Don't listen to this guy.
Yeah, don't listen to him.
Stay fidgety.
Jeff Nelson Comedy for the real for how to get ladies while looking like a bitch.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
most of you actually need.
Yes, man.
You don't need to
While
change how you
looking
look.
and
You just need to-
feeling like a
Yeah.
bitch, dude. Uncertainty. I've managed it my whole
Yes.
life, dude. Just
Yeah.
you're fine. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
That's
Jeff
me.
Nelson Comedy. As always, you can follow this podcast at Jakin.Off.Podcast, and you can send anything at all to Jakin.Off.Podcast at gmail.com. We'll look at it at least once if you send us something there.
That's so incredible.
But other than that, Brett, you got anything?
Maybe talk to some friends if you want a dose of empathy in your life.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
there you
okay.
go. Okay,
Sure.
Brett, that was nice. But other than that, that's it.
I look like a little bitch now.
Yeah, Brett looks like a little bitch.
Oh man, yeah, you twist those knobs like
yeah.
a bitch, bro.
Thanks. Yeah, dude, you really you're really serving those knobs, Brett.
Yeah,
How about you make the knobs serve you?
yeah. Don't twist the knobs.
Anyways.
Twist
I
the
can't even
board.
look at them while I'm twisting them right now.
Anyways,
the
whenever
secret.
you take your phone out of your pocket to change to your next pod, just make sure you don't look like a bitch while doing it. And I love you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.